Today we're going to be reviewing the SUMIFS, AverAgeIFS functions. Please support this channel by giving us a thumbs up. Click the subscribe button and turn on alerts for more Excel videos like this one. I'll be placing a link down below so you can click on it and download this worksheet. So I've created this sample workbook, and what it shows us is the weekly sales broken down by location, city, the menu item, the price, the units sold, and sales. The first thing we're going to do is review SUMIFS, then we'll move on to the AverAgeIF, and I'll show you how to copy and drag down the formulas. So first thing I want to do is get the sales, and I want to search by Toronto, and then I want to get the menu item. So I want to break it down by menu item. So we're going to need the SUMIFS function. So we're going to click on the first cell, insert function. I'm going to type in SUMIFS. Okay, now it wants the sum range, so we want to get the total sales, the first criteria range, which would be the city, the criteria, which will click on this cell for Toronto, the second criteria range, which would be the type of sub, and the criteria 2, which would be the meatball in this cell. Hit OK, and it gave us our formula. Now we can also type it in manually. So we just go equals SUMIFS. And again, we want to get the sum range, which would be the sales. Criteria 1, which is by city. And again, we want Toronto. Criteria 2. And this time we're going to select tuna because we want to get it for this cell. Hit enter. Now if you look here, you can continue to add more criteria as you go along. So if there's more than 2 criteria that you want to search for, you can continue to do that. So if I wanted to just, again, if you're working with a large workbook, you don't want to keep entering the formula one after one, so you want to drag it down. So to do that, we need to lock some cells here. So the items that we need to lock are going to be the ranges, because we don't want those to move as we're dragging it down. And then also we need to lock the Toronto, because I don't have Toronto coming all the way down here. So we're going to click on the first range, hit function F4, hit the dollar signs popping up. So I've locked all the ranges, 1, 2, and 3, and now I want to lock the first criteria for Toronto. Now I'll be able to drag it down, and as you can see, continue to move it down. So again, to double check this, you can see there's 2 cities of Toronto. You can add this meatball, and you can add this meatball together, and it will give you your 312409. Okay, this time I want to get the average sold by city and menu type. So there's going to be multiple criteria here. Since I'm doing the average, I'm going to be using the AverAgeIF formula. So to start off, I'm going to select the first cell, hit the insert function, type in AverAgeIF, and hit enter. Hit OK. And then the average range, which is the unit sold, criteria range 1. Now just something I want to mention is it doesn't matter which criteria you use first. It can either be city or sub. The only thing that's really important is you got to make sure that the range you select matches with the criteria. So So again, I'm going to do the city first. And the criteria is going to be this cell here. I want to select Ottawa. Then I can do criteria 2. Oops. Just grab that. And the criteria is going to be meatball. Hit OK, and you can see 201 came up. Now we can type that out manually. Average ifs. Okay, average range again. This time I want the criteria range. Criteria, which will be Ottawa. Criteria 2. And this time I'm looking for tuna. Close it off. And we got 88. Now I want to just drag it down, so I got to lock some cells just like I did for the SUMIF function. So obviously I want to lock all the ranges because I don't want that to move. And then again, I want to lock the city. Okay, hit enter. And now I can drag it down. Okay, another thing to do is I can change the city. And you can see the amounts change here. And that would work the same way up top as well.